People of Earth, how are you? Joe and I are sitting here having a lovely, lively conversation. I know you're texting, but say it again.
Without the mic on.
Yeah, well, the mic was on, but it wasn't being recorded. Yeah, I know, I'm being technical. This is show 96.
We're going to get to 100 one of these days.
96 is a special number for me because that was the year I became a dad. 1996. How about that? Forever etched in my fucking
I didn't become a dad
minuscule
in
brain.
96. I became a dad in 89.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We've been talking about a bunch of things, work and cars, and I was telling Joe that my son goes through pickup trucks like I go through fucking cell phones. Those of you who are near and dear to me, which is, all of you listening probably, know that I am right now on cell phone number 41. Having gotten my first cell phone in 1996, by the way, when I had a child. Never had a cell phone until 96.
Now, are you making that number up, or do you?
No, I'm on 41.
So how do you know it's 41?
Because I keep track. I kept track. I started keeping track around 5 or 6 because...
What an odd thing to keep track of.
Well, I started keeping track around 5 or 6 because I was blowing through them so quick. Drop them in paint buckets, sitting on them.
You did go through them quick.
Yeah. Now, that the one 2 previous ago, which was the one of these, the S8 Plus that I destroyed, that was the longest time I'd ever had a cell phone. I had that about 15 months.
Now, is that
This is the S9 Plus, which has a little cracked screen now, too. I've had this a good week.
Oh, you cracked it already?
Yeah, but you can't see it when the display's on, only when it's off. I don't care. Now I'm like, it's kind of like...
How did you crack it?
I believe I stepped on it.
You see, I've had this phone. I've had this phone for, I want to say 5 years.
Awesome.
And it's a Samsung Galaxy 5. And
I'm a big fan. It's a good phone.
And the only reason I own one is because it's the only way I could reach my daughter until she's gone astray.
Why is that why couldn't you reach her on a regular? I don't get it.
Because I have a flip phone. So, meaning I had to text her.
Wait, that's the texting phone?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's that's your old house phone number on a fucking cell phone. And the flip phone is your working
Actually,
number.
You know what? It's my office number.
Oh, that was your old office number. I'm sorry. Right.
Yes.
Sorry, the old office number. That's right, because if you call it, it says, Brennan can... I'm sorry.
I don't know what it's...
Is
there a message?
It says, yes. This is the former number of beep construction. It's no longer functioning. Call, and then you said your other number there that does function, which is what I did with the burn phone in between the 2 good Samsung phones, because I have that until the 19th, but I destroyed that one. I tell you, the flip phone, the reason I ended up biting the bullet and putting, I think I had to pay $200 for that to get it going. And, What?
Scott's not home. Scott, busy guy.
Oh, no, man.
So says his wife.
So the flip phone, I didn't even drop or anything. I babied it. That little Alcatel that I had a couple weeks ago you were looking at, the plastic fucking thing.
Yeah,
so
looks a lot like this rugby with a dent in it.
The rugbies are awesome, though. The rugbies and the razors are all good. So the little hinge, when you flip it,
yeah,
just one night, just gave way. I didn't drop it, anything. I opened it, and all of a sudden it's crooked, and then I fix it. I put it back, and then the next time I open, it just...
Well,
so I say
that's
to Kat,
the official burner phone.
So I said to Kat, I'm like, call this fucking thing. I want to see what happens. So it rings, the pads ring up, but, it's like a chicken without its head or whatever. You know what I mean? You can't fucking do anything. So now I'm like, fuck, I got to go get this phone. I go up the hill, get this phone, then leave the message on the burner phone that I left on that one before. You know what I mean? Like, call this other fucking number.
Now, what kind of insane money do they get for one of these phones?
If you were to pay cash for it and not finance it like I did, it's an $800 phone. My last one was a $1,000 phone, but that one I didn't pay for. That was like the part of her benefit package, and they were beta testing the whole Xfinity fucking cellular network, which is styling, by the way. It's as good as AT&T or Verizon or any of them. It might actually be the same as the Verizon. I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
I think they fucking. Oh, I just fucking vomited.
I don't know how
Oh.
any of the,
It felt good.
I don't know
Didn't
how
taste
it
that
works.
good though. Yeah.
I know that they put all kinds of hardware on one tower. They had they passed some sort of a rule or law or some fucking thing that says, if Verizon builds a tower and there's room on the tower, you have to let
Right. Ed's fucking cell phone service.
Right.
Which they have those. There's a 22-year-old kid in Cambridge who
has his own cell phone.
has his own cell phone company, and he's trying to make it affordable for folks. It's the same thing as
Well, it's like
Walmart. It's $25 a month.
Virgin
Unlimited.
There's Virgin cell phone.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what carrier Virgin goes on. I don't think they have their own. I don't even know whether it's still in business.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know, so like my flip phone there, when you fire it up, you buy the card and you scratch it off and you put in the number. But there's a menu and it says, is this a track phone card? Is this a Walmart family plan card? Is this a Jimmy's phone card? Is this a, B&B phone card? It's all the same tower. They just want to know which brand it's coming under. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're all on the same fucking network.
Well, there must be
So
some
you can
sort
jump
of
on
thing
now.
where AT&T in the guise of competition, AT&T has to lease bandwidth
X amount of their fucking.
to whoever the fuck wants it. You know what I mean?
How the fucking technology works because I'm stupid.
No. But I got some. So listen to this.
I'm listening.
So I've been trying to, I've been trying to get cameras on my job sites. Okay, so I started out, I used these hunting cameras.
Okay, I'm familiar. Yep.
All right?
Yeah.
But the problem is you got to, I put them up on a tree and you stick an SD card in. And you got to go up and fucking grab the SD card and then download it. And it's...
So it's not like it's streaming on the fucking
No,
internet.
it's a pain in the ass. And if you know me, I mean...
It's no different than
It's
a
been a
tape
year and a
being-
half. Maybe I ought to get that fucking SD card. The batteries have been dead for 6 months.
That's what I was going
and
to
shit.
ask you. How long do the fucking batteries last?
So, well, they because they only take a picture when there's movement. You know what I mean?
Okay. Makes
But
sense.
then I don't know. So I said, Jesus, I wish they made a phone. Because a camera that, is motion activated, that you can, that's reasonably priced, that you can hook up to your Wi-Fi network, that has a little solar panel that keeps the fucking battery charged. And wouldn't that be perfect? Because it can't be Wi-Fi. It has to be cellular.
Sure.
Because, I could do Wi-Fi at my house because I've got Wi-Fi.
Right.
But there's no Wi-Fi at a
You
job
need
site.
service at the job site.
Well, lo and behold,
One day there will be, though.
$99. I have a camera with a solar panel that keeps the battery charged. You put a memory card in it, and you can sign into it with your cell phone
Oh, neat.
or tablet or computer and download all the pictures that it's taken.
Oh, cool.
And you can look at what's going on live
If you want to, right.
if you want to, and it's got a two-way speaker microphone setup.
That's awesome.
So like from Florida I could
You could say, hey!
yell at Scott. You're putting that fucking joist on wrong.
Right. That's a riot.
So
You're going to be rigging
now
it.
the big thing is, will I ever put them up?
Oh. Well, why not?
Well, I think I will.
Rig one up to fucking an amplifier and a speaker.
Yeah, something like that.
Just like make everyone on the job site listen to your choice of music for the day.
Just torture them. continuously.
This fucking Little Wing by Stevie Ray Vaughan on constant loop.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is beautiful, beautiful
I could
music,
do
but
that.
98 fucking time, but the 98th time in a row, just
Watch them hang
right,
themselves
just fucking gonna
on camera.
hanging themselves, just using the fucking pass load nailer to just fucking drive a 3.5-inch spike through their fucking temple. You know what I mean? Ugh. Goodbye, Crew World.
So, I mean, the technology's crazy.
Hey, have you used the fucking cordless fucking nailers yet? They're a miracle.
I own one. I have a battery-operated finish gun.
Nail. Aren't they a miracle?
Well, I haven't used it very much, but
I used it for
Yes.
both inside window trim and outside window trim 2 months ago when I did 2 windows at Anya's house, and it was wonderful.
it's all the batteries, because of the basically you can give credit to Elon Musk, because Elon Musk took a very standard Panasonic battery. Instead of what car companies have done is they've taken, they make their own lithium ion. So they've got a proprietary battery.
Right.
So Elon said, why don't I use this battery? And it's like a 18650 or something. And I'll put these all together, and then, and then the same batteries that are in, like, they're round, and they're in your laptop computer, and they're in the fucking cordless drills and shit like that. And now he's using in the Model 3 Tesla, which I drove, by the way.
Oh, cool.
My buddy Ira has one of these, and it's a fucking rocket ship. I've never been in anything that fast. 0 to 60 wise, it just fucking blows anything away.
I have a story about a friend of mine crashing a Tesla after this story.
So the batteries, now he's got this gigafactory
Yeah.
out in Nevada, where he is making more. This plant makes more batteries than all plants in the world combined or something.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Not just batteries of that type, just batteries, period.
No, it's batteries of the type
Okay.
that he's using in the Model 3 and Model
understand.
S and Model X and I don't know whether he's going to the 21570 or whatever the fuck the battery is from the 18650, whether I have that right. And all that means is, like, it's 18 millimeters wide by 65 millimeters long. And then they add a 0 on it. So the new battery that he's using is 21 millimeters by 75 millimeters.
Mm-hmm.
So you use less cells. Instead of 9,000 in a battery pack, you use 7,000. But I guess the deal is, because I thought it was kind of like, why use round batteries? I was thinking that. Because round batteries are sort of inefficient because, stacking round cells together, you kind of have a
void of space in there.
Yeah, but I guess they need to cool,
Okay.
and
So they kind of need that air around them.
it doesn't really, it's not that much space, I guess. So, I don't know. The guy's a genius.
I mean, I can picture it geometrically, but...
he's a genius.
Well, of course he is. He's a visionary.
Well, he's a visionary, and not only that, he's not I get the impression he doesn't really give a fuck about the money. Meaning, he's not doing this.
He's not doing it to collect shekels. We'll put it that
No.
way.
And even at this stage, like at some point, Bill Gates, it was all about the money.
Right.
In the beginning, it wasn't. I believe it was like, let's see if we can do this.
Yeah.
But he's a greedy fuck.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to deal with his Windows fucking operating system that sucks dog balls.
That's all he ever offered was awful operating systems. Elon Musk has got his fucking brain going on a whole bunch of shit.
So, well, Elon's got a fucking rocket company, a car company, a tunneling company,
Oh, yeah, that's big news.
a
He's got energy companies.
well, he's got a solar company that
Yeah.
he's building a battery. He built the first it's a 1 gigawatt storage facility for a place in Australia because they were having trouble with peak load.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he built it, and he said, if it doesn't work, or if he doesn't bring it in on time, or both, he'll give it to them for free.
Wow.
And he got it there on time. The guy's amazing. You know, it's not only it's one thing to be a visionary, like you can think of shit, but imagine being the visionary that can actually
It's
put a car company together.
It's the country of Australia that is powered up by the world's largest battery, courtesy of Elon Musk.
No,
The
it's
fucking nation.
It's not the nation.
South Australia.
It's and it's a very low population or relatively.
Yeah,
low.
yeah. Well, it's one of those areas that has not a lot of fucking people per square mile, you know?
Well, there's not a lot of people in Australia.
It's the world's largest lithium battery. It costs $90.6 million. But
So, I don't know. I just think the guy's incredible. You know, there might be 5 guys like him on the planet
yeah, and you probably can't
at
name them.
any given time. And I don't know who the other 4 are.
The other 3 of them are Chinese and one's Indian. Trust me.
Well, that could be.
There might be a Russian in there, but I doubt it.
But he genuinely, it's not an easy life. You know, it's funny because he was on Joe Rogan and he goes,
Was this before or after he smoked the spliff?
this was, I think it was before.
He did
But
smoke a
didn't-
fatty.
He didn't even take a puff off the
Are you
thing.
kidding? I saw the video, man. It was a
Yeah, but it
fucking
wasn't. He could barely.
gorilla thumb.
He didn't know what he was doing.
You don't think so? He was just making a point.
Well, Joe Rogan said, "Hey, you want to do, and he hates his shareholders anyway. You know what I mean?
necessary evil.
He fucking hates them. Well, I don't think he realized how greedy they are. They're little fucking tyrants. And then they got there's a whole crew short selling fucking Tesla,
Yeah.
which gives him a lot of push because he wants to fuck the short sellers. But at the same time, he'd like to fuck the other people too because he
Right.
hates them.
Right.
Because here's the problem with the stock market or the Wall Street, the financial world is interested in quarterly results,
Right.
and new technologies don't get built by the quarter.
Right.
So the deal is to never make any money. That was the best thing that Jeff Bezos ever did, was plow every dime that could have been profit back in. So, like, for the first 20 years, Amazon was, I think they're making money now. Although maybe not. But for the first 20 years, like, they didn't make any money. Because as soon as you make some money,
Well, they got to be making money. He's the richest guy in the world.
no, you got to understand.
Okay, go
There's
ahead.
a difference. If you take the money and then you go and build 18 fucking warehouses, then you made no money.
Yeah, right. No, I understand. I know how that works.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
A loss leader.
well, it's not even a loss leader. It's just instead of
Got to put the money
you
back
have
into the
here
shit.
you go. You have some money, but we need 18 warehouses,
Right.
whether they need them or not.
Yeah, right.
Or we're going to buy 73 billion books
Right.
instead of having a profit. The deal is not to show a profit.
Right.
Because if you don't show a profit, but you keep growing, then they can't say to you, well, what's it going to be like next quarter?
Right.
What kind of profit can we expect next quarter? And since there's never been a profit, They can't really expect anything. But I believe, finally they have to make some money. And
What are they trading at?
I don't know. But you got to understand, Jeff Bezos is worth the number of shares he has times the share price.
Yeah.
And people keep. I don't know whether people understand that, but like Jeff Bezos might be worth $105 billion, but he ain't ever going to get $105 billion.
Right.
Because if Jeff Bezos went to sell all his shares tomorrow, the stock would fucking plummet.
Right. Amazon's on NASDAQ, and it's trading at $16.56 and 58 cents, and today it's up 27.07.
Yeah, so he's not really, they're not splitting the stock either, because they don't want any more investors in there.
Right.
It's kind of like Warren Buffett, I don't think he's ever split that stock. I think Buffett's stock is, it's $250,000 or $300,000 a share.
I'm going to find that out right now.
Because he doesn't give a fuck
Right.
whether you buy it. Don't buy it. I don't want you to buy it. Although you can buy a fraction of a share.
What was your guess?
$250,000 to $300,000.
Fucking, you're on top of your game. $294,300. Today it was down $1,100.
Well, that happens.
0.37%.
No, Warren's 87. I mean,
0.37 of 1%. It's down.
how good can he be?
He's, a lot of people say it's better to be lucky than good, but I'm going to tell you, old Warren's going to tell you it's better to be good than lucky.
Well, in order to be Warren, you have to just be so the most fun Warren ever has is sitting down and finding an undervalued company after pouring through fucking, Warren started when there's no computers.
Right.
Pouring through these huge volumes of books and trying to find a little fucking nugget, little sparkle or something, and that's what he did, and that's what he's good at.
Yeah.
And then he buys it and he holds it forever.
Right.
And he and a shitload of other people that kind of invested along with him have made there's people that put 10 grand in that are worth $1 billion.
Right.
So it ain't such a bad deal.
No.
But those kind of guys don't come around all that often.
Well, no. He's a unique individual, Fucking,
And he's going to be dead at some point.
well, everybody dies, Joe, but don't you know that if anyone is going to live forever, it's going to be old Warren.
no, it's going to be
Might have had some secret project he's been funding for a little while.
it's going to be Trump.
I mean,
Trump's living forever.
hopefully. I don't know, though. My boy looks like his veins might be a little bit clogged. Fucking
Trumpy?
Warren takes better care of himself than old Trump. He takes care. You know what? Donald Trump is a different type of person than old Warren.
Oh, they're
totally different.
totally. But then again, Warren goes to McDonald's every morning.
Oh, does he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a documentary, and if his stock's down, he buys I don't know.
A McGriddle.
Like if the stock's up, he spends $3, and if it's down, he spends $2.19.
Right. I mean, that's great. The president was thinking about, but now he's putting off declaring national emergency, a state of emergency down there at the south border.
He's on tonight.
And speeching?
Yeah.
Like from the Oval Office speech? Fucking 2 weeks before the State of the Union, huh?
He's going to do an Oval Office speech to... he's not giving in on this fucking...
Shutdown.
He's going to get his money. One way or another, he's getting the fucking money.
I guess the trash is piling up over there, down at the old parks. Thank God for this January weather here in the Northeast. It's allowing construction to be plowing ahead forward, both commercial and residential, and it's also, I don't know, Thank God during this shutdown. Although the city of D.C. Does the city of Washington, D.C. do all the plowing down there? You think the federal government does any of their own plowing on their fucking grounds? And they don't own the streets, do they?
I don't think so.
Probably not. Just the real estate, not the actual streets. It's interesting. That whole Capital District thing is interesting. I haven't spent any time there. Have you? Have you done the Smithsonian or any of that shit? That's what I want to
No.
do. I actually kind of like to see the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial just because it's an interesting statue. By the way, did you fucking catch the little pop culture news about the guy from Rochester, New York, the weatherman?
No.
He was trying to say Martin Luther King Jr. Park, and like a lot of people do, whose fucking mouth moves quicker than their brain, he said Martin Luther King Jr. He combined King and Jr. and said Coon before, and he. So obviously the guy's fired and is never going to work again. But the poor bastard, linguistically, and any fucking linguistics professor will back me up on this one.
It was a.
He was not saying Martin Luther Coon, all right? That's
right.
First of all, if you got to be right the fuck out of your mind to say that on purpose on TV.
He wasn't doing it on purpose.
It wasn't.
It was a.
So there was a whole
was a
investigation,
tongue-twister.
and the fucking. First of all, there's nowhere to go lower than Rochester, New York, in the media world. You know what I mean? But the mayor got involved, and of course the general manager was having his, what do you call it? Fucking special investigation. The poor guy lost his job because his fucking mouth worked faster than his brain. You know what I mean? Just amazing. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but talking about the statue in Washington made me think about it. So I'm sorry. Did you say you've done the D.C. thing?
No.
Wow. Any interest?
Some.
Take a drive down with the girls. Fucking get a couple hotel rooms. Do some Smithsonian.
Well, my buddy's kid went to George Washington University, and for 4 solid years, we kept planning on
yeah.
going and meeting in D.C., and it never happened, and then he graduated.
Actually, fuck driving. Let's take the train. That'll be a riot. Or we could just fly, but flying there sucks, too. Plus, you could just Uber anyway from wherever the fuck you are, the train station or the.
I've seen a lot of it on TV.
But I have too, and I've driven where I'm on whichever 95 you're on. I think it's 95, or it might be 69. There's 28 things with a 95 in it down there. And you look off on the right, and it's right down the mall or the other side. I don't know, but the Washington Monument is there, and it's probably 6 or 7 miles away, but you can see it.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the town. That's as close as I've gotten to it. I've driven on the outskirts of it on the highway.
Me too.
Yeah, I've never been there, you know? Whatever. Maybe one day. I hear it's not that great a place. You know how we extol the virtues of great American cities like Milwaukee and Nashville and Louisville and these type of mid-American great cities, you know? Mid-sized, mid-American great cities. You never hear anyone say Washington, D.C. is a great place because basically it's a lair of jackals. You know what I mean?
Well,
Jackals. It's
a
also the
layer of
poorest.
just-
It's also the poorest place to live in the fucking country, other than Mississippi, per capita. Believe it or not, because they all live in Virginia and Maryland. But if you live in D.C., you're poor.
It's just a layer of just a whole bastion of scum.
D.C. is a bastion of scum.
It really is.
I love how you just fucking lay it right down, Joe.
Schumer and Pelosi are going to deliver a joint response to
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
You
It's
know.
already written, by the way.
do they add up to 200 when you add their ages up?
I bet you if you add
Two of the most visionless human beings on the planet.
I'm gonna guess right now that their average age is higher than their average IQ.
Oh, fuck yeah.
No, I take it back. Chuck Schumer's pretty smart.
No, I mean, because their average age is like one.
Well, if you average them,
Oh, average, yeah, about 80.
75. He's 70 and she's 80, right?
I don't know how. Is Schumer that young?
Schumer's fucking Is she 84 or 80?
No, she's 70. I think she's 78.
All right, so he's got to be 74 or 5.
Absolute visionless.
He's got to be 74 or 75. I remember when he was like, the new fresh face. He was still an old guy when he got elected.
But I remember the incredible melting Nancy Pelosi.
It happens. Man. 68 years old. He was born in 1950. Holy shit! I would have bet fucking $5 he was born in the 40s. Holy shit! Born in
He's
1950.
only 68. He looks terrible.
He doesn't look that terrible.
No, he does. He
You
looks
think?
terrible. Yeah.
That job will fucking take some years off your life, I'm sure.
Well, he's just a cunt.
Can you believe Maxine Waters, who's 80? She's going to be head of some committee. Dianne Feinstein, 85 years old. She's going to be head of that whatever judicial committee.
I don't hate,
85 years old. Go
I
away.
don't hate Dianne Feinstein.
I don't either, to be honest with you. By the
I don't
way,
hate any
she's
of them,
rich too, by the way.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi rich.
Yeah. But I don't know how much fucking around her. Look, the Congress of the United States, up until, this was House and Senate, I believe, it was legal for them up until 3 or 4 years ago to do insider trading.
Right.
I mean, you want to talk about just absolute fucking scum. And Pelosi was begged. Look, she's become speaker again. And
Resilient.
she was begged by Steve Croft, no fucking Republican there,
Right.
who said, well, look,
Fellow card-carrying
Madam
member.
Pelosi, you made
Comrade
$3
Pelosi.
million fucking dollars insider trade. Oh, well, I don't really do any of the finances.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
I have someone who manages my money.
Yeah, I tell my husband what Visa was going to do, and then he did the.
Right.
I gave him the insider information. So I mean, she's a fucking. They're crooks. They're fucking crooks.
Well, I mean, it's fucking good business to get into, man.
And the thing
All
is,
you have to do is sell your soul. That's it.
if she had something to offer, either one of them, if they had a vision, that'd be one thing. Neither one of these fucking assholes has. They have nothing. They have no,
Scruples?
well, no, they have nothing to offer. There's no, what we're going to do instead is we're going to do this.
Yeah, no, there's no fresh ideas.
The thing that Trump is doing is he's doing real things that are changing people's lives for the better. And people, as much as there's, I listen to NPR on the radio when I drive around.
I do too sometimes.
That's what I have it set on. Because
Well, first of all,
I
it's
don't
soothing.
listen to music anymore.
It's soothing.
And I listen to
And you
them.
hate sports, so you're not listening to
Right, so
talk
I don't care
radio.
about that, and I don't want to listen to AM because I could find some fucking.
Yeah, Howie Carr's out, by the way.
So I just listen to It's on NPR in all my vehicles, unless Bill gets in there, and then it's on some fucking rock channel. But yeah, so and there's always some, it's fucking liberal, and they can't even come up with anything good to say about Pelosi becoming speaker again.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, they're like, and I mean,
Well, I mean,
and they're having a real tough time saying that it was so funny. They were getting rid of when he got rid of Mattis as Secretary of Defense. They're all jumping up and down saying that, well, Mattis was the last, that he was the last rational person there, and now Trump's gonna blow the whole world up. But the thing is, Mattis wanted to keep troops in Syria and Afghanistan, and Trump wants to get them out.
right.
And that was their disagreement.
Well, they want to have it
Trump's
both
had
ways.
enough.
Yeah, well, the other side wants to have it both ways. They just whatever bad you can say about the guy, it doesn't matter. They don't care how much they contradict themselves, or you know what I mean. They just
You know what the thing is, though? That's so funny. And I knew this from day one, just as a 35-year Trump observer.
and fan.
Well,
Not fanboy, but
I
that's
was
different.
I was a fan when I was in college, and then I just sort of.
You're a big
Ah.
enough fan to read The Art of the Deal, all right?
Yeah, but that was
As a young man.
1980.
As a
Yeah,
young
I
man.
was 23 years old or something when that came out.
Yeah.
But it was amazing what the guy got done for his age, even with his father's money. But
Yeah, before he was 40,
you
you were
can't-
all over it.
he's unflappable.
Yeah, he's the best.
These people are not going to shake him up. They're
No.
not scaring him.
No.
He's not nervous.
No, he's not even
not
nervous.
worrying.
And it's not that he's not
He's
acting
just-
nervous or looking not nervous.
He's not nervous.
He's not losing any of that 4 hours of sleep of night that he
He
gets.
sleeps like a fucking
For
baby.
4 hours a night, he sleeps great. And
With
guess
a,
what?
With a big smile on his face.
When he lays down, a minute later, he's asleep. He's not worrying about anything.
he deals with these people.
Who knows? Maybe he worries about his kids or his grandkids a little bit. But all this other shit, you don't worry
everything
about.
rolls right off his shoulders.
He's got fucking like duck back on him. It's just
And-
everything beads off of him.
And he'll switch gears. He'll go from Nancy Pelosi's an evil fucking whore to, well, Nancy Pelosi will help you
Yeah.
with Republican votes to
Yeah.
get you nominated.
Yeah.
Because we want you as Speaker because you deserve it.
Right.
And not to mention that will show everybody in the country
What an idiot
a
you are.
horrible party the Democrats
Right.
are for actually putting a 78-year-old visionless fucking melting person
Right.
back as Speaker, who didn't do much of a job the first time.
Speaking of someone female who I don't know if Nancy even pretends to have vision, but this person pretends to have vision and is looking like they're going to run for president of the United States is Elizabeth Warren. That kicked up a lot of steam this
It'll
weekend.
be so great.
Listen, I don't think she can get through the field because the field is going to be even bigger than the Republican field by the time there's going to be 20 plus people on that fucking dais.
Having that batshit crazy lunatic up there with her eyes fucking rolling around on her head.
I
would
don't
be
think
wonderful.
she can get to the point where the Donald has to fucking ruin her existence. You know what I mean? Because he's not going to fucking try to pick off people while they're picking themselves off. You know what I mean? I don't think. I mean, if he's asked to comment on individual candidates, I'm sure he'll comment. But I don't think any of them are going to be the focus of his ire until it's time. You know what I mean? He's not going to. He's going to be like, all right, let them fucking eat themselves, kind of like all the people I ran against did, and when I emerged. You know what I mean?
And that'll just fucking
Whoever it is in big trouble of
Just
never working
beat
again.
him like a Persian rug.
You know what? They'll probably make money on the speaking circuit, whoever it is. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of these young female minority congresswomen. Or who's that kid from San Antonio? Is he a Democrat or a Republican? No, he's the fucking another Bush family member, but he's highly. It's like a Bush cousin or something. I don't know. He's a twin. I can't remember his name.
I couldn't watch it. I started watching it. I can't even. I don't. Her Ocasio is in her name.
Yeah. She's too young to be president, by the way. So
Yeah, she's only like
28.
29.
Yeah, she can't be president for a while. Well, you got to be 35.
But she's just
she's going to
like
run one
batshit
day. Yeah.
fucking crazy.
One day she will be running. Somebody's going to back her. Somebody will back her for president.
Nah. She's just fucking batshit out of her mind.
Well, I hope we both live through the next 3 or 4 presidential cycles because I'm telling you, she's going to be the nominee one day. Her. Liz Warren is a googly-eyed whore, all right?
Well, and Liz Warren's 72 years old.
She's no fucking spring chicken. No, I give her credit. She's energetic. She's shrill. Wait, did I say that was her second best quality? She's energetic anyway.
She's googly-eyed.
I just wrote it down. Liz Warren is a googly-eyed whore.
Actually, she's only 69.
All right, she'll be 70. She'll be 72 by the time the fucking They get no. Well, if
Yeah,
she
we're
gets
talking
elected.
about
2020, which is a year and a half away. Well, a year and three quarters
it's
away.
fucking-
It's 2019, son.
Time goes by.
The next president will be getting Donald will be getting re-inaugurated in 105 weeks, 106 weeks, something like that. January 20th. January 20th, 2021.
Beating one of these fucking assholes to death.
Can you imagine?
Just
And I'm telling you right now,
Relentless beating.
whoever the eventual nominee is, we don't even know. It's not going to be Joe Biden. It's not going to be Liz Warren. It's not going to be Beto O'Rourke. You know what I mean?
By the
It's
way,
going to be someone who we have yet to
saying
mention.
someone is shrill does not mean that you're sexist. It means they're fucking annoying.
Yeah. That's her.
Plenty of shrill guys.
By the way,
out
that's
there.
her second best quality. It's her shrilledness.
Really?
Hey, wait! I have to take a deep, deep breath.
Hey, let's talk about your troubles.
I found that just the passing of the holidays is enough to alleviate said stress. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not in a stress. Do you wake up? Do you sleep? Do you wake up in stress?
I wake up sometime between 6 and 6:30 every morning. I'm got to get back to the gym. By the way, thank you, Kat. Kat bought me a nice gym membership. I've been talking about getting back. She said, "Fucking go to the gym." Thank you. But right now I get up between 6 and 6:30. I'm hoping to get up at 5 soon. But I wake up and I take a piss. I take a shower. I put gunk in my hair. I brush my teeth. I put on deodorant. I get dressed and I go to work Monday through Friday. And some days I don't look forward to it. And some days I'm like, this is just where I'm at. This is what I got to do.
See, I would constantly be thinking about what happens if. You know what I mean?
If what? If I
Well,
die?
like,
My
no,
kids
no.
will be
Like
fine.
if I had like no money, you know, literally. Like,
I literally have no money.
no, that's what I'm saying.
I literally, my finance, now listen,
If I had,
I get paid enough where I'm
you
not
can
worried.
always come to me. But what I'm saying is, if I would be fucking freaking out. I would panic to the point where I wouldn't be able to.
Joe,
do
I got it
anything.
down to a science. My fucking
So you're a
finance,
lot stronger than I.
my finances are not week to week or day to day or hour to hour. My fucking finances are minute to minute. Okay,
That's a
and I've-
shitty way to live.
it's really not. It's not that bad. I still get drunk every night. You know what I mean? I get laid a lot. I eat pretty good. You've been to my apartment. The building is awful, but my apartment, the space is dope.
I absolutely love.
Isn't that a nice apartment? The only thing
I would live there in that apartment for the rest of my life.
The only thing I might do is in that guest room where the fridge and the other closet is, I might build a half bath in there.
You know, if that was a house,
I need another toilet. Two toilets. I need
that
two
was a
toilets.
first, like a one-floor house.
Oh my God. With a basement, it'd be sick.
That's perfect.
Dude, remember my house in Cedarville?
Barely.
That had a full fucking basement with a pool table and a big...
I remember
Okay.
it being in the basement.
All right, listen. So the living space upstairs was 1,100 square feet. Not
is-
bad.
That's all two people.
That where
Well,
I
you-
live now is 1,300 square feet. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's bigger than my house.
we've talked about building somewhere in the 11 to
15 something.
1,000 to
Ranch.
1,500 square foot, one floor, totally like maintenance free fucking house.
Yeah.
And with like a 30 by 60
Outbuilding.
fucking
Metal outbuilding.
underground.
Oh, I was going to say.
So-
you're going to need you one of them metal buildings.
I want to
'cause-
build it underground so it's really cheap to heat and cool.
Oh, the whole thing underground, you mean?
Yeah, like build it into a fucking hill.
I got you. I can picture it.
So the face of it sticks out south towards the sun.
Dude, where are you going to put all your stuff? Where are you going to put all your stuff?
You know, it's just doing this upstairs. I threw so much shit into trash bags, and you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to tie the tops and throw them into the dump trailer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Without even, like, I don't even know what's in there.
Right.
Like, I had to clean, you know that room that was the office, which is now wide open to the other room? Well, I had to clean that out so the guys could get in there and work. So there was shit everywhere. And I just I literally just tossed shit into about 7 or 8 trash bags I'd fill it to the point where I could still lift it.
Yeah.
And stuck them over in the other room. And I think I'm just going to throw them out.
Beautiful.
And there might be something in there. I'll go, God damn, I wish I didn't throw it, like pictures of my kid.
I still have all the construction debris from the renovation at that fucking place, on the front porch of that place. Never, ever brought it downstairs.
You know what's funny? I brought an empty dump trailer home to do this work here.
Yeah.
Thinking that maybe I'd fill a quarter of it. Fucking thing's like halfway full.
Yeah, right.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, right.
So,
I mean, there's a lot of fucking material in fucking walls, partitions, or whatever the fuck.
well, you wouldn't think that there's that much, but I guess there is.
You didn't have to do any. That doesn't carry anything. That wall that you tore. Did you tear out 2 walls?
No, I tore out the wall between the
The office and the dining area.
Yeah, and we put in a triple LVL.
That was my question. All right, I got you.
But it was not like your dad's, where I put it under the joist.
Okay.
I stuck it up
Okay.
because I didn't want a
That open. That.
I didn't want a beam. I wanted it a flush.
It's going to be
ceiling
flush. I got you. Yeah.
all the way across.
I got you. So it's flush.
And then on the wall, the outside wall, I've got there was a pipe that Dan had stuck up that was part of an angle wall that I had by the slider.
Yeah.
So meaning on each side of the slider, there were these 45-degree walls.
Right.
Well, that's because one of them had a pipe in it, and it happened to be the one by the... So I cut the pipe back. I cut the pipe because he had the angle down low and put the angle way up high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I built a indentation like that.
Oh, for
And
a
I got
heater.
I got a wildly fancy fucking gas fireplace.
Nice.
Like it's made to hang on the wall.
Yeah, right. Up like fucking waist to shoulder high. Not kind of like that. Not fucking down low.
Well, I don't know how high it is, but I made the box much bigger than the thing. I'm going to tile inside the box.
I was going to ask you do anything other than a fucking gypsum board return into there?
I'm going to tile the
That's
box.
cool.
And
Plus, that'll reflect some heat, right?
Yeah, but this is it's a designer. I have 2 of them outside being rained on as we speak. This is how
Okay.
much I care. So
They're in a
here's the
box,
deal.
though.
I went on eBay. These are, I think I mentioned this because they're Dave Lennox signature.
Attaboy, Dave.
Right. As in Lennox, the heating guy.
Yeah.
So I went, these are discontinued. The continued models are like $4 fucking grand.
Right.
And these things are on a pallet. They're heavy. I
Right.
don't know what the hell they're made out of.
Right.
But they must be made,
Well, at the very least.
you know, because I bought one. I bought this is a Procom,
Sure.
you know, and Procom is like
Harbor
fucking-
Freight or some shit.
Yeah, it's definitely from China.
Yeah.
For $200 and some odd.
Yeah.
And I bought that as like an impulse because, I'll just put that in there. That looks pretty cool. Well, this thing weighs like 13 pounds. Right. The things outside there I can't pick up.
Oh, yeah, right.
They're like 170. I don't know what's in them.
You're going to need a dolly and another guy to get him in the fucking house?
Yeah. But the one I'm putting in there, it's 40. It's 42. No, I'm good. It's 42 inches by 8 inches, 42 inches wide by 8 inches deep by, I don't know, 20 inches tall. And along the entire bottom is the little flame.
Okay.
It's got a little flame, and it's like you'd find this in like a New York City Soho apartment.
Cool.
Or something. And it's direct vent, but it has the air goes through what I'll describe as a catalytic converter.
Sure.
Which I think I described this on the last show.
I don't know if it was the last show, but it was recently.
Well, the last show before the last show was like a month ago, and I hadn't bought these yet. So
It may have been the last show.
probably the last show.
New Year's Day.
So, at any rate, that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
And it'll be, so we'll have like a living room area, which I'll never sit in or have anything to do with.
Oh, so that whole area. Wait a minute. So you're still going to have your same family room area. I just pictured that all opening up into some grand dining room scheme or something.
No.
You're going to have another living room?
Well, yeah.
Oh, all right. That's cool.
I mean, where she can hang out and
Well, the pellet
with her
stove.
pals and
The pellet stove room, what's going on with that? That's just pellet stove. Is there fancy furniture in there anymore? There used to be fancy furniture in there.
well, there's a tape. What I told her is we're gonna, because I like the idea. I've got a desktop computer on a shitty fucking desk that I bought for Rob,
Yeah.
which she says is going.
Dead Rob.
Yes,
Rest in peace, Bob. Rob. Rest in peace.
he's still dead. So I want to have a computer set up because I have these large media printers that I use on an regular basis so that I can print 11 by 17 prints
Plans.
when I get building permits.
Yeah, sure.
And there's no place for them in the cabana. I don't want to put it down here.
Right.
I want to put them in that room. And she's like, well, what about the pellet? And I'm like, fuck the pellet stove. I actually have an idea for the pellet stove on how to like siphon the heat off and not have that room always boiling.
Right.
So we're going to do something there with a desk. And then she's getting a new couch or something for the family room because I don't know if you notice when you drive in, unless somebody took it, when you drive out tonight, look to the right at the end of the street, and there's two pieces of the 3-piece sectional.
It's gone.
You sure? Because it's brown. That's the reason.
It might have been blending.
Could be blending.
All right.
Could still be there.
I'm going to give it a 50-50 then.
But we're hoping that it's gone.
Yeah, it's good.
Usually someone comes out. The thing is, it's brown, so it's hard to see.
Yeah.
And usually after a while, someone
Which is
will come
why
out.
I wear black underwear, by the way, because brown is hard to see.
Someone comes out and puts a sign on it. Please take this back.
Yeah.
In which I'll take it up to the power lines, and then I'll
Bury
put it on
it.
I'll put it on the overlook, looking at Market Basket.
There you go.
I had a recliner and an end table up there, overlooking the Market Basket. It was there for like 6 months, and then finally somebody took it.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? Like you could sit there and read the paper.
Yeah,
and
sure.
have you know what I mean?
Watch all the idiots flocking. By the way,
I thought it was pretty funny.
I know you don't do much grocery shopping. Does your wife go to Market Basket? Do you know? Do you know where she shops?
Yeah, she loves Market
I do
Basket.
too. I fucking love that place. And at any given time when you're there, there's a billion people there. Doesn't matter when you're there, even right before closing on a Wednesday night or Tuesdays, I've been known to stop in there for something if I get out of here before 9. It's a fucking nightmare. But, hey, it's because they have the cheapest groceries in town. That's just that. and the fucking meat's good, and the produce is good. What more can you ask?
Well, and the people that work there
Oh,
are,
and the
are
prepared
happy.
food, and the prepared food's good too. Oh yeah, because they're all owners.
Well,
It's employee owned.
they're happy.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God, I was in there Sunday night, and it was, I don't know, why on fucking the 6th of January they were doing inventory, but we were there at closing. The fuck was that? Oh, that's your mic. We were there at closing. You're good. And I'm going to say there was 150 employees in there doing inventory. Every aisle just jammed with fucking people. It was crazy. I literally started walking through. I started doing the zombie thing, walking through them like this. I'm going, I don't want the other zombies to not think I'm a zombie. You know what I mean?
did anybody take note?
They did. They giggled. The older people, the younger people were like, oh my God, that old guy's fucked.
This guy's out of his mind.
You know, you got to have a little bit of a fucking sense of humor. By the way, we talked a little bit about Dead Rob. Have you been in contact with his wife at all?
No, and
We've never talked about her.
Terrible about I feel terrible. I called. I left a long message
When, please?
shortly after he passed.
Oh, okay. After he passed and you had been there.
No, I didn't go for the.
Oh, I thought you went down for the fucking... Oh, that was Hoodie. Okay, sorry.
I don't even know if Hood went. To be honest with you.
Jesus Christ, I thought one of you guys went. Doesn't matter.
It's very sad.
I know Drunk Bob didn't go. We'll put it that way.
He did not go.
No.
You know what my problem
He
is?
predeceased.
And I know this is selfish,
Yeah.
but it is so fucking sad for me. Like, you're probably still wondering, why didn't he go to Drunk Bob's?
Well, you sent me. I went. I
But it's not
represented the
that.
clan.
I can't go to these things.
I don't like to go to them either, but guess what? Somebody's got to go.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. But I get upset to the point where I want to break down.
I didn't even drove that whole way down there. I spent like an hour, less than an hour at that fucking thing. Long enough to say hi to D, sit down, listen to some stories. By the way, he was burnt up in a fucking cigar box by the time I got there. There was no Bob. Well, I mean, he didn't have a head anyway, so he ate his fucking gun. Fucking selfish bastard.
It's just
Selfish
terrible.
motherfucker. I fucking used to have nightmares about that guy killing himself, and he fucking killed himself. Anyway, sorry, buddy.
I don't.
I drove fucking 20 hours round trip, including my short sleep in the Motel 6. And I stayed at the fucking thing for 45 minutes and left.
But but you have a better.
I went down and back to be there for 45 minutes.
I don't know how to explain this, but this kind of shit fucks me up to the point, like, I don't ever want to go to Runnymede, New Jersey ever again. Do you know what I mean?
Had you been there before?
This is where Drunk Bob was from. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, you had
several
been there.
times.
Oh, I didn't know you had
Oh,
been
God,
there.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
I used to go down.
Yeah, it's
I'd been
awful.
5 or 6 times.
Oh, I didn't know that, Joe. So that's why you didn't go, because you had been there before.
I don't want to go there.
Now I know why you didn't want to go.
the
Believe me,
person that
was awful.
is the reason I went
Is
it's-
gone.
Now I'd go there and it would be this fucking dead place. It's kind of like, and I tell them both.
I went there
I'm
so
like,
Dee
you-
knew that once we were thinking of them, even though she was pissed at him. That's it. That's the
and
only
I was
reason why I
pissed
went.
at him too.
Well, I was too.
And I
You
said,
got over it,
I said
though.
to Chris and Ira, I said, you motherfuckers have to, at least, we got to die together. Because if Chris Jarvis goes, I'll never go to Naples again. Ever.
Why? Because Naples is awful? I mean, why?
No, because Naples is where Chris Jarvis is from. And if he dies, Naples is...
Yeah, but you got to admit, Naples, Florida is way better than Runnymede, New Jersey.
I'll never go there again.
By the way, that's where...
It'll be a shallow empty hole. For
That's
me.
where the big boss owns his fucking other property. Well, his vacation property.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it, Joe. Yeah, I understand.
Same thing with Sarasota. If Ira goes,
Sarasota's not that great.
Sarasota is way better than Naples.
Is it really?
Oh God,
It's
yeah.
farther north,
Yeah,
so
just-
it's less hot.
It's not that it's less hot. It's that like there's
The water's better?
less. It's less transient.
I
'Cause-
I thought Sarasota was way more transient than
No.
Naples. Really?
Sarasota, there's a lot of people that live in Sarasota year round.
Okay.
There's a lot of kids.
I got
There's
you.
a lot of Naples is a Republican haven.
Yeah, it's for guys like my boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where rich dudes go and they buy the $5-6 million fucking vacation penthouse or whatever the fuck it is.
Villa.
And they go down and my buddy's wife Jill works at she runs 2 resort restaurant / bars.
Wait. This is Chris's wife?
Chris's
okay.
wife.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She does very well and she's very good at this.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Sean Hannity is a regular guest. These are restaurants where you can't go to this restaurant unless you live in the building.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
And this is Naples.
in Naples. So
Are these high-rise buildings? Do they have high-rise buildings
Yeah,
in
well, yeah.
Naples? Like 20 stories or 8 or 10? You know what I mean? I'm just wondering.
20,
No shit. In Naples. There's-
25,
Okay.
and they're all along the beach. You can't
Awesome.
get to the fucking beach.
Awesome.
I mean, it's sad in a way because they did away the place where she works. There used to be there used to be an old 70s hotel motel, and there used to be a bar out on the beach.
Okay.
And you go there, and they had a great happy hour and shit, and they got an offer. The guy that paid $34,000 for it. His kid was offered $70 million for the
Wonderful.
property.
Did he take it?
He took it.
Yeah, good
and
for him.
fucking ran.
Good, man.
He's like, fuck running this piece of shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm taking the money and running.
Yeah.
So, they put this high-rise fucking piece of shit up that you can't get to the ocean from. And that's the thing that sucks about Naples is all high-rises along the water.
So what do you mean you can't get to the ocean from it?
Because it's blocked by high-rises.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't get to it from the high rise itself. I understand what you're saying now. Okay.
No, if you're driving down what would be going along the beach,
Sure.
there's the road, there's
High rise,
high-rises.
high rise. I got you.
Now, every once in a while, they'll have like a 40 parking spot public parking area
Right.
where you can park, which if you don't get there by fucking
7:30
in the
a.m.
morning,
Yeah.
you won't get a spot,
Yeah.
and you can go out onto the beach.
Yeah.
But which is it's sad in a way because it just, I don't know, it fucking ruins it. But it is what it is. So I'm not a big fan of Naples. I mean it's
Well,
okay.
you've been there a lot too. You tend to do that if you've been to a place for a long time. It loses its luster. Like, hey,
No, but you
Key
know
West
what?
lost its luster with you, and
But that's a different thing though. Key West, it's just I've been there so many times that Key West is a cool place.
it's really fun.
But Key West is a place that I've been drunk everywhere there.
Right.
I've done everything there is to do that I want to do in Key West, and it's a
that changing. It's ever the same.
it's very much the same, and it's a fucking bitch to get to. So
Yeah, you can fly in there if you want to spend the extra $400, but
so as somebody who's getting older, I fucking hate air travel to begin with.
yeah.
The thought of air travel makes me not want to air travel.
Yeah,
The
I don't
fucking
mind it that much.
TSA
I
and
don't mind it that much.
all this bullshit. So I'm tired of taking my fucking shoes off.
I guess I don't do it that much enough to get bothered by it. I'm not.
I don't do it that much because I am so bothered
Yeah.
by it. I would fly more if they didn't have the TSA.
Yeah, listen. I don't get away that often, as you know. I went to Orlando on my late honeymoon in June, and that was the first time I had flown anywhere in fucking years. You know what I mean? And I used to fly a couple times a year. A couple times a year. I don't mind the flying. I really don't. And now that you fucking can Uber anywhere, you don't even have to rent a car. That's great. You know? Well, as aforementioned, when you are creditless, it's a bitch to rent a car. But thank Christ for Uber.
It's tough to rent a car.
They
How the fuck can you Uber? Do you need a credit card to Uber?
No, you have an Uber account, which you can link to your wife's checking account, or you can go to Cumberland Farms and buy an Uber card for no juice. You give them $50, and they activate it. You scratch it off and put it in your
Look at
Uber
that.
account, and there's no juice. You don't pay any interest, and it works. Uber is a fucking miracle. I love it.
There's a whole network of shit.
I can walk next door to Cumberland Farms and get an Uber card.
You know, like the check cashing places.
I wish we had one in Plymouth.
These are all these things that, you know, you don't run into unless you're fucking, you know.
A degenerate such as myself.
Well, you're not a degenerate. You're just sort of an idiot.
Yeah, I just don't care. There's no talking
You
to me.
kind of put yourself here. And
Yeah, that's why I don't care.
I'm kind of mad at you for doing it because you don't.
Don't spend a second being mad, Joe, because I'm not upset at all.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Well, maybe I'm pretending I'm not upset.
You're pretending. Because you know what? Anya is a wonderful woman.
Yeah, she's great.
But you were in that for the long haul. You've been a great dad. And you deserved half.
Yeah, not really.
And you didn't really have to fight over. Okay, you deserved
A third.
30%.
A third. I probably deserved a third.
You didn't deserve zero.
Yeah,
And
I know.
It's kind of like what you took, and it's sort of stupid.
Yeah, it was. I offered it, though, because in the interest of the fact that she has no family here, and I wanted her to remain family with everybody, and I didn't want
I think you should go back and have a talk with her.
a renegotiation.
Let's just
It'll never happen.
Sit down, have a talk, and say,
I don't.
"Will you help me?" You know.
No. Listen. First of all, she's losing her mind. She has early onset dementia. She's worse than me with the fucking brain. I'm not
Really?
Yeah, I'm not looking to rock her boat at all. Listen.
Okay.
I'm fine, Joe. I've made it this far. I'm fine. I got fucking 4 months to go. That's it. 4 months and I'm good. I'm back. 4 months. You know? I can make it. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to die in 4 months.
Well,
You know?
as most guys say about most other guys' wives, always been nothing but nice to me.
Awesome. Listen,
You know what I mean?
just wasn't that fun to be married to. Put it
No,
that way.
and look, hey, I got enough people. Although that's actually not true. Got a lot of people saying,
What the fuck is your wife doing with you?
the current one, yeah. The last one, there was a lot of like, don't you remember she used to call you like a fucking asshole to you, right to your face.
In front of everybody?
like everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't really remember that, but I probably wasn't paying too much attention. But it's 20 years ago, so
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
Except about what we talked about in the last podcast, which I don't want to get into because it's just stupid.
It's fine.
But I don't know, but that's going to come back to haunt her. Unfortunately, very short-sighted person. You know what I mean? There's a long game. First of all, it's not a game, but there is thinking. If anybody's out there listening to this show,
All three
which is
of
a
you.
good chance there's no one.
No, I'm telling you, there's fucking 4
And
or
you're
5
gonna
people.
if you're gonna get divorced and you
Mhm.
have children, don't ever say anything bad about your spouse
In front of
Ever.
your child.
in front of your child.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Ever.
You know what else you're not supposed to do?
Don't.
Is give your child the child support money to give to the ex. I never did that. I've never said
Never.
a bad thing about my ex to my kids ever, because I don't have a bad thing to say about her.
But when you will lose, you will be on the losing end. It'll come back to haunt you. Your child will remember this. They remember everything.
They sure do. Oh, my God. I've been a great dad.
And they will come back
And-
and they will say to you, why did you say that about my mother? Or why did you say that about my father?
There were 2 points in my history of parenthood that I regret. And both children, it was one with one of them and one with the other. Hold on. And I may have told this before, but I don't think so. When Charlena was 5 or 6, you know for a fact I've never raised a hand to anybody I care about. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know for a fact,
Certainly
but I
my
know
kids.
I'm pretty sure.
Certainly not a spouse or
I
my
bet,
children.
I bet that you didn't.
I probably hit one of my brothers when I was younger, and I care about them. But I'm talking about, a spouse or a child.
I'm a yeller, not a hitter.
I wasn't even that much of a yeller. I was a ranter, but not a yeller-atter. I would rant a little bit. But anyway, 2 things I regret in my parenthood, my parenting. One was when Charlena was 5 or 6, and I remember I was pushing her on the swing, and she was the queen of the debate club, I used to call her. The president of the debate club,
Yeah.
even at 5 or 6. And there was something going on, and she was debating me back and forth, and she wouldn't shut the fuck up. And I didn't do it hard. I just grabbed her face, just her cheeks like this. And I went, is for Charlena.
You probably scared the shit out of her.
She cried, like she didn't cry out loud. Tears started instantly coming down her face, so obviously I feel bad. So she brought that up, 700 or 800 times since it happened. That's the
Right.
only time and then Evan reminded me a couple times during his whole thing. There was at one point, and I can't remember, it was either right before or right after I moved out. I was on the phone on the deck for something with work, and it was something fucked up was going on, and fucking usually don't let work bother me. And I was on the deck, and I went to go back in, and he was young. Yeah, I think it was way before I moved in. He might have only been 8 or 9, and he locked the the atrium door from the deck, which is funny.
Yes.
And I went to open it, and it
Unless
wouldn't
it's
open.
snowing
And
out.
he looked at me, and he started laughing, and I said, open that fucking door, or there's going to be a fucking fight. And he remembered that. He's only brought that up 900 or 1,000
They
times.
remember everything.
They remember everything. And that's the only
Everything.
2 things that I ever did wrong as a parent. And they both remember it.
My daughter remembers.
Well, that and moving out without telling anybody I was going to, that was pretty bad, too.
There was one time where my ex-wife was on the phone with her brother. Her brother's wife had just died. I mean, literally, like that morning or the evening before. And I had driven up there to see her. Like, she didn't go with me. I drove up and saw her in the hospital the day before she died.
Okay.
Her brother's wife.
Yeah.
And I listened to her, and she started She's on the phone with her brother, and she started to make it about her. You know what I mean?
You meaning Tony made it about her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's because she's fucking nuts.
And I did one of these. I did one of. I'm gonna motion to Al.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shoulder. Which one isn't bad?
Yeah, that one's not bad.
Probably about this hard.
Yep. So Joe gave her a little tap.
To the back.
Yep.
Her back was facing me.
Yeah.
She was on the phone.
Yeah.
And it was probably about that hard.
Yeah, which wasn't very hard, by the way.
But then again, she's 98 pounds.
Yeah, and I'm 298 pounds, but whatever.
So, and then she just played that. I mean,
oh, never let that one go. You mean?
well, the ex-wife didn't let it go, nor did the kid. Remember when you hit mom?
Oh,
I
didn't hit. Mom.
tapped your mother because I was fucking so. I'm like, how can you sit here and try to make your brother's wife's death about you?
Yeah.
And she was doing it, and I'm like, oh, you fucking psychopath. So that was the only time I ever touched her, and the 12 years we were together.
Yeah, no, I never.
Now, we used to have some good fights.
Yeah.
Like I threw a chair through a window.
Yeah, but not at her. I've
No,
been there.
no.
Yeah, I've slammed furniture into the floor and walls or ceiling, it turns out. And
I'm just not I think I'm too lazy to be violent. You know what I mean? I
no,
just
you're
don't
too
have it
smart
in
to
me.
be violent.
Well, I don't want to
you're too
hit
smart.
anybody.
No.
I'd rather hurt them with words.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Words don't leave marks.
Sticks and stones.
Right.
Words don't break bones.
For some reason, you got a whole fucking that actor. Did we talk about the Death of Stalin movie?
Yes,
All
you
right.
told me about that. I watched half of it and
okay.
I fell asleep.
Oh, okay. So you didn't find Steve Buscemi charming in that?
No, I fell asleep because I was tired.
Oh, okay.
But I was enjoying it, and I will watch it.
You look like the guy who played.
You have to be you can't be drunk. You have to pay attention.
Yeah, you definitely got to pay attention to that movie.
You have to pay attention. Like it's not like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie where you can miss half of it and still know what's going on.
Oh my God, I never even seen either of them. Should I see those?
Guardians of the Galaxy movies are a fucking riot.
Are they? I should see them.
Because that Chris Pratt, who plays the fucking star, he's a riot. He's funny
Okay, cool.
because he's self-effacing and he's like, well, that's Star-Lord to you, mister.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? It's just, and there's the fucking rat that is voiced over by Bradley Cooper.
Right. Oh, the
It's
raccoon,
just-
right.
Yeah, I like them. I think they're excellent.
The reason why
They're
I brought
funny.
it back up is you got the whole Michael Tambor thing going on. That actor with Jeffrey Tambor. Sorry, you know who I'm talking about? He's been in everything. He was in Hill Street Blues 30 years ago. And he was old then, but he's not that old. That guy right there?
Yeah, he's on fucking the Larry Sanders
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Hank.
He was Hank.
Yeah.
He's Hey Now.
Hey now.
Jeffrey Tambor is Hey Now.
When he wears glasses and when you have glasses on, you guys got a similar fucking vibe going on. That's the only reason why I brought up the Death of Stalin again. So I watched, since I've seen you last, I've seen a couple good movies. I watched, I saw a couple.
Tambor's
He's
excellent.
brilliant, right? He's brilliant.
In the Larry Sanders show, absolutely brilliant.
He plays a transvestite on something on TV now.
So is Rip Torn.
Oh, Rip Torn's fuck. Rip Torn. Remember the Men in Black?
Well,
movies
apparently
with
Rip Torn's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
By the way. Which
He's also dead, I believe.
probably.
Yeah, he's finally died
But
from like coke. You know what I mean?
Judd
At
Apatow
70-ish.
did a documentary about about Gary Shandling,
Okay.
and it's on Showtime. I think it's on Showtime.
The
If
great
it's not,
Judd Apatow, by the way.
it's on HBO. And apparently Judd Apatow was like an understudy, sort of, kind of, under Gary. He wrote for the Gary Shandling show.
Yeah, he was sleeping on friends' couches while he was doing that.
And then, Judd's a
Player.
amazingly successful, 40-year-old virgin. And
By the way, the
knocked up
money man behind Lena Dunham's Girls, which I know you hate Lena Dunham, but that show was fucking awesome. Judd Apatow was the executive producer of that fucking thing. I just
surprised.
finished it. I just
can't
it's so
watch.
good. So good.
Annoying. But
Ray Donovan.
he was Gary Shandling wrote in journals. He had hundreds of them. Like fucking those chemistry notebooks that are black.
Oh yeah,
black
yeah.
and white with the squiggly things, but they got a really hard
Composition
binder.
books. Yeah.
He had hundreds of them, and he
Sure.
gave them to Judd Apatow, and he put together a documentary.
Oh, it was all his journal basically, or his stand-up notes or whatever.
Everything.
His journal. Okay.
He compiled that into I don't know whether it's 3 hours, it's 2 parts, whether it's an hour and a half a piece, and it's excellent. And they were talking about hot casting for the Larry Sanders Show, and Gary.
What does hot
Shandling-
casting mean?
Well, no, casting.
Oh, I thought you said hot casting. What the fuck?
And they were talking about Rip Torn, and it's like, oh, well, because Rip's got a reputation, but he was perfect
As
for
a
that
maniac,
show.
you mean?
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like won't show up for 3
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
He's on a bender somewhere.
Sure, yeah. Literally on a bender.
Rip's in jail in Vegas.
Yeah.
Or, shit
Get his
like
head
that.
up some whore's cunt, and they can't
Right.
get him unstuck.
He's been fucking for like 3 days straight on speed and coke, and he was the lunatic. But I binge watched the Larry Sanders Show. It's just excellent.
Another movie I just watched over the holidays, Bad Times at the El Royale with the great Jeff Bridges. No, you didn't see that one.
I think I just rented that and fell asleep to it.
It was a pretty good movie. I also did. I know you don't,
Because that's new, right? That's new. You got to rent that.
Yeah, it's not free. You got to rent it. I've actually rented a lot of movies over the holidays because the only one that's I'm waiting for free because I'm not renting it is fucking Deadpool 2. Did you see Deadpool or Deadpool 2? I know you don't care.
I bought Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 1 was fucking awesome,
I
right?
love Deadpool 1.
Right. Deadpool 2 I'm waiting for to get free. I might fucking bite the bullet this weekend. I fucking rented that awful in between Star Wars movie Solo. Oh, it was so bad. Did you do any of the Star Wars movies?
No.
Yeah, you never got into that. Some of them were good.
The first, I don't care what they call it.
First three.
The last three.
Right.
The first three, 1976 to
Yeah,
1982.
77, 81, and 83. Right.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Everything else is just
Junk.
beating a dead horse.
Well, they did
they're trying to squeeze it for every dime they can get
every
out of
time,
the
and that's
fucking thing.
Disney for you because Disney bought the fucking franchise. You know what I mean?
Well, they paid $4 billion, so they have to get their money.
So we finished Girls. In real time, I'm watching Ray Donovan. Do you do Ray Donovan?
I do. Ray's getting a little lengthy and dark.
It's dark, but it continues to be the best show on television. I just started with American Gods with the great Ian McShane, who played Al Swearingen in Deadwood. Remember Deadwood?
I didn't watch Deadwood.
Oh, you never watched Deadwood? You got to
No.
watch that, Joe. And then the other dude in that has
I've
Justified.
been to Deadwood.
I'm going to watch Justified. Have you done Justified?
I watched some.
I got.
Because
Do you recommend it?
I'm a big
I haven't
Timothy
started it.
Oliphant fan.
He was in fucking Deadwood.
What
else was he in though?
I have trouble with like westerns and shit. It's me.
Deadwood is good.
It's me. It's not.
Deadwood's real.
It's not the. It's not the me.
Do yourself a favor, Joe. do the Deadwood thing. It's only 3 seasons. You'll be done with it in 2 weeks. And then the other thing I started American Gods, and then I just started. Fuck. Because we were done with girls. We're like, what are we gonna do? It's just like with Mad Men and Breaking Bad. It's like, what are we gonna do? So we started 2 new.
I might go back and watch Breaking Bad again. It's been long enough.
I'm thinking about doing Mad Men again.
I could do Mad Men again too.
The dude from Mad Men, John Hamm, was in Bad Times at the El Royale, and he was in it for like 15 minutes, and he was fucking incredible. Another great actor. So I was thinking,
he's very good.
The fuck, we started fucking. See, it must not be that good because I can't remember it. God damn it, American Gods.
How long have we been on this fucking thing?
Well, we're getting ready to get off. It's we had been doing 2.5-hour return shows. We've only been doing this for about an hour and a half, but that's okay, Joe. My
really?
feelings
It's only
aren't
an hour and a half?
It's fine, and it's 8:13. And listen, we both need our beauty sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's clear. We both need some beauty sleep.
Well, we both have to do, and
because
to all our faithful fans out there, all 4 or 2 of you,
yeah.
We promise we're back.
Well, we're back. That's the thing. We don't need to do 2.5 hours because we're going to do an hour and a half tonight and maybe an hour and a half hour and 2 hours tomorrow with Thursday. Yeah. So
but we're gonna do our damnedest.
We try to provide content, Joe.
We took
how'd the clips
we took
thing
a
go?
good month off, and I'm going back to doing clips.
Good.
And
are you picking it up from where you left off, or you
Yep.
got a new theory?
Show 95 went up.
Show 95 is good, man. I started listening last night, man. That was not bad.
I cut a chunk out of it, and I don't even think you can tell. It just sort of.
Oh, it's good. I didn't get that
dribbles
far. I didn't get that far.
And
good for you.
So that's, and there was something fucked up. I had to take it to the other computer and then upload it.
Okay.
But I had to export it out from Audacity to an MP3 again because I couldn't edit the MP3 that you had.
I know. You can't edit the MP3. Reason. What you got to do is edit the Audacity file.
No,
That's the easiest way to go.
On the little cut and paste fucking program that I have.
Yeah, which is right here. Yep.
Or cut and fucking splice or whatever it is.
Cut and fuck
that
250.
Does MP3.
Yeah, right.
And it wouldn't do the MP3 that you had. Same size, everything.
I understand that, right?
And there was something fucking wacky about it.
I'm telling you, going forward, and I'm hoping we don't have to do that because I'm hoping that I'll be able to do it. If Audacity is editing, we record on editing software, okay? We don't record on recording software.
I probably should learn how to. Maybe we can go take a class.
No, I'll show you. I'm an expert at Audacity. Audacity is editing software. It's not, you know what I mean? It's editing software. We happen to record on editing software. You dig? So you would upload your MP3 from some other thing onto Audacity to make it easy to edit. Audacity is retard-free editing.
I know. But you know what?
But you got to listen to it in real time.
There's 500 free editing software.
Yeah. Audacity being the best among them.
And they're all complicated.
Yeah, Audacity's not complicated.
Because, all right, so Audacity,
yeah.
They've got the 2 stereo lines, right?
Yeah.
But then you go and you try to do something, and then they add 2 more stereo lines, and you have no idea. I don't have any idea why it does that.
Because you press something wrong, and I know what you're saying. All you got to do
is...
Well,
it was on this thing, because you had...
I got you.
You follow what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Well, I also...
Because you had the
because I put the music
intro and the outro
on the other track.
And then you had...
the main...
So that was one stereo line.
Right.
And then the other stereo line
was
the
only
show,
so I can blend them in and out, Joe. It's only so I can blend.
I don't understand.
I can blend it in and out.
And I don't think I want to learn. Meaning, I don't think I care.
That's fine. I don't want you to edit anything.
That's
I want
why
you to let me edit it.
This program is so simple.
Well, it's nice because
cut
right
out, cut the clip out.
I get it. And that's good
And it's
if
done.
I already added in the in and out music that's blended. I need the shit blended because I don't want like the music to end and then
No,
the talking to start.
that's
I want
why
the
you can
music,
do that.
the talking to start while the music is still on. You know what I mean? It's called blending.
Yes, and I mean,
Audio editing.
of
Mixing.
all the people that listen, you are the one that cares. So you have to do it.
Which, by the way, the recording project with the Evan band that you saw at the wedding party is the recording part of it is done, and I am currently in editing mode, and I have like 40 hours of music to listen to in real time to figure out how I want to
Get
make
down to 2.
to make this fucking not down to 2, down to 20 minutes. You
20
know what
minutes.
I mean? That's about it. But I'll figure it out, and you'll see. Oh, it's going to be debuting on this show a week from tonight. Mad Randy is going to be debuting. I might actually do an Al show 3 or 4, whatever it is. I don't know how many I did. I might do a
as
little.
many as you want.
I might do but I'm going to do a kind of right Al show with
do whatever you
with
want.
the band. Not in the studio, but just the recording that I made. I made some nice. I've produced some nice recordings over the years, and I'm really not sure how this one's going to come out. But anyway, hey, my name's Al.
My name's Joe.
That's Joe. We're back. We're back for good. We promise.
Well, we're back for this year anyway.
Yeah, we're back for good.
We don't want to.
Are you going? Are you going to Florida next week or the week after?
Actually, I am going to Florida.
Next week.
So you might have to.
You're not
do
going Thursday.
a couple of shows. I think I'm going next. I think I'm going Sunday.
All right, so we're going to have a show Thursday.
Yes.
All right, good. Now I have
But
a
you
goal.
know what? Maybe we can Skype a show.
You know what? That's a good idea because I told Dave he could Skype in on show 100, so we'll do a test show while you're in Florida. All right?
That's
what
a
we're gonna do.
fucking. Because we've never done that.
But
We
you got to
should do
bring
it.
a good computer and make sure wherever you are has good.
Do I got to bring a good mic?
Well, you need to bring a mic and a board, but all you really need is a good computer with a good. If you bring that, you're fine.
All right.
You don't need a mic for this.
Over and out.
I'm gonna mail Dave a mic and a board so it sounds like he's in the room with us, but you don't need to sound like that in Florida. It's fine.
I can sound like I'm on the phone.
No, you sound like you're on Skype.
Exactly.
With a fucking, 1/4-inch fucking computer speaker.
Oh, dick mic.
All right, baby, I love you. I'll talk to you
Love you
later.
too.
All right, bye. Good night, Waterbury.